Good afternoon to one and all present here, and I'm privileged to be here in this afternoon. And first of all, I would like to thank Sunita ma'am, Pankaj sir, and Vidya ma'am, Bhavana ma'am especially, and to my Brinda ma'am a special mention, without whom I wouldn't have been here for presenting my paper. And it's all about the topic, and it's quite interesting. All through my journey, I've been a teacher. More than a teacher, I worked in an IT industry for 7 long years. I know how hectic it is and how difficult to present something onto the screen. And after which, I joined in Ethiraj College. I've been there for 17 years. Now I've been promoted to associate professor. And my topic on this special forum is AI and ML assisted in gene therapy. It's a boon or bane. Anything comes more than a nature, it'll have its plus and minus. The creator and the maker will always have his own special quality. And he made us with all the possible things. And we are so special, and we are not simple as such. And the maker has made us so beautiful. And when he netted us in the mother's womb, he has a plan and he got a purpose. The purpose and the plan is totally different. And we are all being here for one main thing, that's gene therapy, that into computers. And it's not that easy to do this, isn't it not? I have not seen my own gene. I know DNA, I know RNA, I know my cell, I know what my cell will do, the functions and etc. But I never knew my own gene, how it's structured and how it's been shaped. But the maker has made it so beautiful. And some alterations if I do, there may be plus, there may be, the invention of the medicine is really good. Good in the sense, there are a lot of medicines which saves life. It has been privileged. And to say in my own family, we had so much of cancers that 2 or 3 people had cancers. But the greater part of it, it's a blessing when somebody has a good treatment for it to have a quality life in them. But then I used to think, some says pharmaceuticals is a gambling like and all. But is it all true? But it gave beautiful quality life to my own people. For that, I'm really happy. And then I choose a topic saying that AI and ML that is assisted in gene therapy, boon or bane. Can I have my slides, please? And here it goes. And my special thanks to Bhuneshwari ma'am, who did in the morning session about AI. I think she would have opened your eyes a little bit what it is all about. And now I'm going to relate it with the correlations. Next slide, please. I have it, please. And here's a slide that goes clinical correlation and regulatory affairs in gene therapy. All 3 are together. Might be a clinical correlation and regulatory affairs and gene therapy. Without this combination, a drug could not be developed. And then clinical correlation in gene therapy mainly focuses on genetic modification that translates the clinical outcomes. For example, a clinical diagnosis is very must when we do a finding. Then we need to go for imaging studies and then the laboratory work. We have 3 types of correlation. One is positive, the other one is negative, and there may be no correlation. First of all, we need to take all tests which is related to blood, where it will have a biochemical and enzymatic reactions. And then scan, X-ray or all other imaging techniques, where we go for the second one. And more than that, we have an extra test which is very, very specific to all the human beings. So what is the role of regulatory affairs? There are regulatory bodies which focus on laws. And before they go for the laws, there are too much of ethical issues into it. And then the regulations, they'll put forth some plus and minus regulations where we have to stick on to it and then work. We have a concrete bodies. We have been recognized by the private and the government sectors. They do a little bit of work. That is basic research. And then after which they'll move on to the development. From there to the approval applications. Then comes the manufacturing. Then post-marketing. And what could be the special function of a regulatory affairs, that is compliances? Product like life cycle they should see, how much they can do clinical trials and market surveillances. Suppose for example, if it is COVID-19, there wasn't a clinical trial exactly for which we have been just subjected to the vaccine, and whatever is happening now, it has been recorded. But normally it will not go that way. A clinical trial is a must for it. And then the documentation. Then comes an interdisciplinary collaboration and how much it has been impacted in the globe. And gene therapy, right from 48 hours, we are just only hearing the term called as gene therapy. What is exactly gene therapy and why do we need it? Into a very local, common man, it is something to say, it's nothing to fix a gene that don't properly work. And then sometimes it replaces the gene that don't work properly. And sometimes make the immune system aware of the disease cells. So wherever I have highlighted in the red ones, to which is some disease, somewhere, if the gene is not properly working, the product which we are giving or the gene therapy, it will turn off. The other one, at the same time, it can even turn on. And to the cancers, especially that is P53 is a tumor growth which induces more into it. All that can be fixed. So this therapy is a need of the hour too. There are risks which is also involved in it. Normally, a healthy gene is taken, it has been subjected to the virus vector, and from there, with the virus vector, with a healthy gene, it will be incorporated to the human being to get the corrections. If it is done little away from it, because I already told you in my introduction itself, computer is not that good. Sometimes if some coding is missed, some assessment is missed, finished. It randomly works. And that will also be reflected. It's not a joke because we are just doing it with humans now. Unwanted human immune system reactions and targeting the wrong cells, then infections can be caused by the virus and possibility by the causing errors in these genes. All these are the risk factor which is involved in the gene therapy. Then comes artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence and genetic engineering in gene therapy research? It is more human brains work with the robots. That is all about it. They can think, they can work, they can do everything. And it's not a simple, artificial intelligence has got these many things in it, and machine languages are the subset. These are all the subset in it. One is machine language, and the other one is natural language processing, expert system, vision, speech, planning, and robotics. All these are very clearly explained in this flow chart, so that it is one mega thing. And where comes machine language learning in the subset of AI? Because it's not that easy, I told you earlier. Machine language, it's a language part. Whereas artificial intelligence is an intelligence part where human can work. So here, there will be an input. Lot of gene expressions will be there. Along with that, the chemical composition, we need to have an algorithm. Algorithm is a very important thing where too many people will be involved into the research. For example, 500 or thousands of samples may be taken and all that being analyzed and put it into the algorithms. And then you will get a predictive medicines or a recommendation. And what is the major difference between AI and ML? AI is the mimic of human intelligence. Whereas machine language, it will perform what it is needed. So accurate results can be given into it. And then I told you something about natural language processing. And this only enables the healthcare providers to automatically consolidate the medical data from the lab result, patient record, insurance claim, and other sources. If you go, they put it everything in one packet and then they will give you. Okay, just because of the process called as NLP. And clinical correlation in AI, it's nothing but taking all the data and analyze them, that is separating them, that's what the common word we use is clean it up, and then you analyze and then the report. So this part is being done by the clinical correlation in AI. And this flowchart will explain you the general steps in gene therapy. I'm not going to go much into it, but my focus is on after gene therapy, it can tailored to an individual patient. It's not common to everybody. So for example, if you have fever, we know what drug, it's all paracetamol we are going to take. If you have gastritis, you either go to pantacids or gelisols. There are common medicines, but tailored medicines is mentioned for each and every individual. And this is all about the AI-assisted gene therapy. So I told you all clinical correlations and the reports, what you get, you put it into the high-dimensional data set. Then the learning methods, go for the data analysis, and personal medicines. As I told you, it's a tailored thing. And now comes artificial intelligence in gene therapy. First thing, we need to understand identifying the gene targets. Second, personalizing the treatment. Third, you go for designing, guide the RNAs. Select the in delivery strategies, monitoring the patients, and design the proteins. Applications of AI in gene therapy development, you will personalize the medicine. Target identification is there, and validation is very, very important. Viral vector designing optimization is there, so that you'll design the own optimizations. Then manufacture them. Clinical predictions are there. Biomarker predictions is also there. It's now a very heated thing in the pharmaceutical sector. Clinical applications of gene therapy. These are the drugs. That is, Luxturna is for retinal dystrophy. And Imelgic is skin cancer called as melanoma. They're all been treated, and these drugs are made out of gene therapy. How is AI used in clinical decision making? That is very, very important. Suppose doctors are there, and never an AI cannot overrule a physician or an expert in whatever the field is. But they can assist, they can modulate, so that they can do more number of patients in a given time. So AI can assist health professionals. It can diagnose disease, planning treatment, predictions, and then managing population health. This is all about how it does. You got a variables, you got all set of things. I told you algorithm is very, very important, and after which it will go for each and every individual. What are all the advantages of AI? When we go for the advantages of AI, it is faster in time, cost efficiency, regulatory compliance is there, data can be analyzed and managed, personalized medicine, improved patient outcome. Then, what are all the challenges? Challenges is very important when you find out something new. So now, lack of high quality data privacy should be there, regulatory and ethical consideration. And best in AI is early detection, continuous monitoring, and flag potential health issues. Is it a boon or a bane? Here comes the end of my talk. So obesity, diabetes, mental illness, and cancer, all these been already there with 40 plus. Some have within 30 plus itself, but for which this gene therapy is really good. And you can also have a designer baby, so you are going to cut on what is very defective and make it all a good one. But what is the bane in it? Here you will have a designer babies. It's really, you cannot do it as such. We cannot have our own functionings. I already told you the creator and maker had made you so beautiful. You are not ordinarily made. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. Right? We are all fearfully and wonderfully made by God Almighty. But now this designer babies, you can edit and do these babies, right? Then biohackers can own all these things. So pros of AI-assisted gene therapy, it can increase the efficiency, improved accuracy is there, cost saving is there, personalization is there, and improved safety is also there. At the same time, there are also cons. So job loss and bias, it is bias and discrimination, lack of human touch is there, privacy and concern is there, dependency is also there. In all about my conclusion, I could say more of bones and less of banes, but still we need to think what we are going to do. Technology is useful to mankind, but it is dangerous as well. And then humans are subtle and extraordinary, but robots are not. We cannot tell a robot to be a creator. Thank you.